Dick Hank Productions presents the BearDown Corner. Welcome, everyone. We are episode 2. This is the BearDown Corner. I am Cornholio. Hope everyone has had a great week. Thursday night football was upon us last night. We're here to discuss that. We're here to discuss some of the fantasy going into the weekend, some of the new storylines around the league, and so forth. So sit back, grab your popcorn, let's get at her. Again, I am Sergeant Cornholio of Twitch, Kick, and other streaming services. This is the BearDown Corner, our very new podcast where we talk anything and everything football. Thank you for joining us. Let's get at her. So, we got Christian McCaffrey coming back week 10. Kyle Shanahan confirmed it more or less throughout the week. Other reports coming out. He's all, I'm happy to be back. It's unfortunate what happened. I went to Germany, got fixed up. They probably did a voodoo witch doctor thing. Regardless, the man's coming back. Now, will he be able to continue doing what he used to do? Can he get back to form like he wants to? He's an athlete. He has an opportunity, but we're talking ankle tendonitis, though. So I really hope that for his long-term health in general, the man, I know he wouldn't come back just to force it, but you never know. He might have that old school attitude. So regardless, Christian McCaffrey back this weekend. We have lineups all over the board, but let's get to last night, man. There were, my goodness, the refs. That's all I got to say. There were some calls. There were some drop calls on each side, but there were some calls that didn't need to happen, though. And when did the NFL become to the point where a man literally is not even touching the white paint, has both feet touching inside, complete control of the ball, and the interception gets overturned? Why the NFL wanted the Baltimore Ravens to win last night. Except they gave a little bit of fun. They gave the fun of an exciting game because at that point, interception, touchdown, 7 I think, or 14-0. It was Cincinnati. It was a hell of a game. Jamar Chase, 3 touchdowns, 200 yards. Joe Burrow playing out of his mind, 4 touchdowns, 400 yards, just doing his thing. The man's playing lights out. They're 4-6. You keep losing the games that you have to win. So, cool old Joe, settle everyone down and maybe don't go for it at the end for a 2-point when you could have had your one, tie the game, Hell, you had Baltimore up their ass with the fact that they missed an extra point. So, you figure this one out, you can still make playoffs. I had a situation through fantasy where Nico Collins also expected to possibly return for Sunday night football. Didn't practice Wednesday, Thursday, but he was listed to come off IR, and the Houston Texans have said, we're going to take him off IR. They're activating his window. He practiced limited today, but honestly, the man doesn't need practice. If his hammy is good to go on Sunday, he's playing. Simple as that. He could be a no participant all week. He's had 4 weeks to rest this thing up, to stretch it out, to test it out. Reports prior to that, it was, there's no issue. Nothing has hampered his recovery. So, the Cornholio, I guess, buy for the week is, I think Nico Collins will be playing Sunday night. Now, if you need an insurance policy, I'm sure Jameson Williams has been dropped around multiple leagues to some extent after that whole gun charge bullshit. He had 2-game suspension for, bringing in the old, what were they now? GHBs or whatever the hell, just performance enhancing, right? Then he gets brought up on the gun charges with his brother and whatever else. Or it was his friend. It was at a traffic stop, regardless. He's a boomer bust option anyway, so I figure, you know what? He can cover the spread if... Because I'm taking the risk on Collins. And if he can't make it Sunday night, I'm throwing Jameson Williams in. I had him earlier in the year, dropped him a few weeks ago, brought him back. It's all just a move to fill a spot. Honestly, I dropped Deron Jennings to pick him up. But that's because his timing and the fact that they're playing against him works to my advantage. And I want that. Because I'm currently down against a man who we came into the league, this long-standing league of my friends. All right? Lots of fun. We came in together in the same year because a couple guys dropped out, but it has been a blast. Into that, we head into week 10 where it's more or less the first place is up for grabs in most senses. He's 6-3, I'm 7-2. He's up a hell of a lot, like more or less expected to win. That's what happens when Jamar Chase drops 55 points total after his wonderful night. Joe Burrow has the life, one of his wonderful games, and Derrick Henry does his usual thing where he didn't go off last night. He was 4 points under on projected, but that touchdown, and not much you can do on that. So I'm pretty confident actually that my team, we can throw a fighting chance this weekend. I really hope we do. It'll be fun to watch regardless. We got Sunday. Like, I got guys every time slot. You got 7:30, I got you covered. And this is all General Mountain Time, by the way. So if you're Eastern Standard, you're going to be getting up 9:30 a.m. I'm getting up for 7:30 for Sunday. We got Tyrone Tracy. We got guys in the 11 o'clock slot, the 2:30 slot, the 6:20, and you got Monday Night Football. Like, I got guys all over. There's not a reason why they can't put up those... Not necessarily a 55 burger, but these boys can score a couple touchdowns. They can make some yards. They can get the job done. I believe in my team, and you have to at this point. I'm ready for the long stretch. We're gonna end up making that run, I feel. Hopefully, not some bad matchup weekend, but that's just it. We're working for that overall, right? So it's gonna be interesting. What else we got? We got all sorts of stuff. Other reports out of let's bring up a little bit of the fantasy that we got here. So yeah, on the team, Jared Allen, he takes on Indy this week. Kyren Williams in Miami. Tyrone Tracy, Carolina, Germany game. I think he's gonna have a hell of a day. Working down the line, boom or bust, Jameson Williams, right? He's currently slotted at that wide receiver next to Zay Flowers, who the man had his targets, watched the game. He also had a few brought back. His 14-point projected, where he very well easily could have. He had a hell of a game on him last time. He dropped for a 7 last night, 7.4 in our league. Trey McBride in New York, right? That's going to be good. Caffrey, Tampa Bay. Brendan Aubrey in Philly with the Cowboys. And then there's the New England Patriots and the Chicago defense. Like, the projected mean shit. They do. Because these guys are either going to completely blow up the board, or they're going to lead you to a magical victory where everyone pulls their damn weight. It doesn't matter. It's going to happen. Prepare for the wonderful ride we know as fantasy football. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Got some injuries that I guess Jalen Hurts was dealing with a bit of a leg injury or whatever the hell that was, but he sounds like he's going to be just kind of taking a rest so he can play on Sunday. Working our way in. Sorry, ankle injury. To confirm, it was an ankle injury. Will Levis expected back from a 3-game absence. Oh, yeah. Brian Robinson Jr. of the wonderful Washington Commanders. You are listed as out this weekend, sir. I hope you can get back to form. I have you on a few of my teams, and you're being missed. Because on that Washington offense, you're putting together the year you were supposed to. Last year and probably the year before. Man, like, I don't know. The NFL this year, it's a gooder. I know there's a lot of injuries. A lot of guys are like weaving in and out like it's the great flood again. But overall, it's been pretty even because you'll have one week where, hell, I got all my healthy guys and boom, they smack you in the face, right? IR, concussion, ankle, hammy, whatever. Everything is attacking the NFL this season outside of some like multivirus. Legitimately. But that's all right. I'm feeling pretty good. My teams are in pretty good shape. You know, one of them started 0-5. We've won 4. Working for that 5th. Gonna try and sneak up into the playoff area this week. That team's name is Stroking Dick. Because I feel in fantasy, as I was taught from the very get-go, have fun with it. Come up with a funky name. So what do? I go and make like 12 of them. We're here to have fun. Right? That's all. I ain't no expert. I'm just your average dude. Knows his football. Likes to play it. Just as you. And the next guy after that, right? So here's a interesting little topic. And pretty average, I guess you could say, in the regard of the quarterback market. Like, let's touch base on that a little bit. You know, you got guys like Dak Prescott, $60 million a year. $60 freaking million a year. This guy has shit. He has like gimme playoff wins from a wild card weekend. Loses in the divisional round. Apparently is now not being able to stay healthy. Yeah, he puts up stats, but a lot of that lately has been goddamn garbage points. They dropped 3 touchdowns in a game. They all of a sudden turn up the heat, and that's all you're getting is garbage time points from a Dallas Cowboys team that legitimately probably should be doing a hell of a lot better. But they also didn't really do much at all to improve last year. So you basically take your 2023 team, throw them into 2024, add Ezekiel Elliott. Lose a bunch of guys, that's your Dallas Cowboys, plus your draft picks. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything to improve. Like, Pollard leaves last year, you should have signed Henry. You cap restriction wise, I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure they traded Tyrone Smith to the New York Jets. That's where he ended up. The man is a beast of a lineman, but they couldn't afford him no more. Why? They're signing Dak Prescott to $60 freaking million a year. Don't get me started on the $55 million club. Freaking Trevor Lawrence. The guys play again. Yeah, he can play good. He can. Is he going to win you into the playoffs at this point? Yeah, he had one good playoff win, comeback win, 3 touchdowns, 129-28, LA Chargers back in a few years ago. But I don't know. I don't see him taking that next step unless all of a sudden most of his team stays healthy and they can break this Jacksonville curse. Whatever the hell it is, it's like it hinders over them. The Jacksonville Jaguars, in their own way, are cursed. And it sucks to see because you got a lot of these players that they're so hungry. You know, you got Evan Ingram, great tight end. Man will catch anything. Backhand, blindfold, whatever, right? Like, he's a goddamn magnet for the ball. Brian Robinson Jr. He's their rookie second-round pick, I think, from this year. He's an explosive. He has definitely the potential to be the number 1. Simple as that. He can put up the numbers. He's going to blow past guys. Christian Kirk went on injury reserve for the rest of the year. You got Gabe Davis, who's a goddamn plug of a wide receiver. The guy either has fucking 2 blowout games in a year, or he has nothing. Has 12 targets in a game, he'll catch 3. I wouldn't trust Gabe Davis with a goddamn rookie contract again. But yet, the man signed for like $12 million a year, whatever the hell he got. I think it was like 3 year, $33 million or some shit. I don't know. It was like desperation contract, it felt like. I don't know. They must have seen something and liked it in him. Otherwise, why would you sign a guy? Right? Running backs. Hell, I had Tank Bigsby for a few weeks while he was doing his thing. Etienne's been injured, hampered by damn injuries all year. Frick, the only one that hasn't really been is Ernest Johnson, but he's like their receiving running back. Yeah, I don't know. That, and oh man, defensively, yeah. They can be competitive, but right now, man, Doug Peterson, good luck, sir. That's all I'm going to say is good luck to you. That roster it has the potential, but there's just something it's not moving, it's not clicking, it's not oiled right. Something is not working. And I hope you figure it out, because you got a good team there. Got a good team. And then you got guys like the Indianapolis Colts, right? Their head coach, he decides to bench their rookie first-round pick. See you later, Anthony Richardson. You're going to go sit. You're going to learn. You know what? Good. I hope he does learn. Hell, re-sign Flacco for an extra year extension. Keep Richardson's ass on the bench. Let him come play in freaking, what, year 4, that would be? Or burn him in halfway next year. But let him sit for a damn year. Everyone's so eager to just throw these rookies into the fire. Let them cook. Let them bake. Put the guy on the bench. Go sign yourself a veteran. Take a shit kicking for a year and a half. And have your guy go in after he's learned how to slow down the game. These guys are coming in from a freaking rock and sock'em robot league to a slowed down version of the NFL that all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, we're playing Tom Brady football here, you know? 5 yards, 2 yards, 8 yards. Oh, there's a 15-yard pass, right? Like, you don't got to go for the big play every time. You just got to attack. Slow attack. Get them little yards. Eventually, it opens up them big ones. You want to get into the medium, all of a sudden you got 3 20-yard gains, and your guy bombs for a 60. Hell, your guy runs for a 60. Everything opens up the next part of the game. Yeah. But yeah, we rocking along. I think, what was it now? A couple other teams in first and a few other leagues. Got a few that are fighting for playoffs. Majority of them actually. Like I'm in the thick of it everywhere, and it's nice. It's nice to put the craft into action. You know. Number 90 we're wearing today. Old Julius Peppers. When he signed his big old 6-year contract with Chicago back in, heck could that have been now? 2010, I think. 2008, 2000, somewhere from 08 to 2010 is when he signed. Man, I loved having him. He was fun to watch. Because we had gone to 2010 Green Bay Packers NFC Championship game. My God. That's because we had gone out, reestablished the defense. Cutler was actually playing freaking decent that year. And then he gets injured. And then our backup gets injured. And we're down to our third string quarterback in the NFC title game, down a goddamn single touchdown. What happens? 3rd and 11, backed up about 15-yard line, whatever the frick it was. And that big old nasty son of a bitch, B.J. Raji, comes bursting through the fucking line. The fucking man was double covered. There's no way to protect his ass. Mack truck fucking hits him. And no, it wasn't that. That was the play before that set up the 3rd and 11. Sorry, it was like 2nd and fucking 6 or something like that. He broke through. Bam! Knocks him. 3rd and 11. Buddy goes for the slant pass, and Raji just, dropped into coverage. Boom, picks it off. Tight end was fucked. There he goes, running in for the touchdown. Big man for the touchdown and in the NFC title game. And you got Aaron Rodgers going on to his one and only Super Bowl, I might add. The only time I will reference the Packers out of just not any grand respect, but just, just I'm a football guy. I can give it where it is, and I can take it as it is too. I got it. I'm a Bears fan. That's just how life is. But yeah, we got some good games coming up this weekend. We got some good matchups coming up. Got fantasy all lined up as best as I can there, so just got to let it play out now. Let it play out. Around the league, what do we got going on around the league? Let's jumpstart the old brain, shall we? Get my motor working. What do we got here? We got literally just everything about. Oh, here's one. Texans defense has ruled out Will Anderson Jr. this weekend. Now I remember watching when he went out, and man, he tried to go back in, but god damn, man's playing defensive player of the year kind of football, and just a freak accident. He just took off from the line. And I think it was, a high ankle sprain, wasn't it? What was he out with? Will Anderson Jr. Yeah, ankle injury. Just bursted off the line. The man went so damn fast. So fast. That he pops his ankle however he does, sprains it, strains it, whatever. But this man pops off the quickness so fast that he nails his ankle on his own. Like, that's saying something. But also, gotta be careful, Willie. Don't need to be doing that too much. Those boys rely on you over there. That's your defense now, man. So, slow it down a little. Just, line up, get your inside. Fucking powerhouse that shit. You don't necessarily need that speed until you're open day and you're going to chase down that quarterback and break his goddamn arm. Just pull the Ray Lewis. Here's the best advice you're ever going to have. Just slowing down the game. Just pull the Ray Lewis. The man played fast and physical and everything for the first half of his career. You know why he lasted, 17 years or something? Something absurd like that. He was around for both Ravens Super Bowls. And it's all because he just let them run to him. He had enough speed to get sideline to sideline. But he was already heading in the direction before that guy even got there. Because he knew where they were going to go. He had seen the plays for that long. So bring it back a little bit. Gear it down. Fourth, third, Let the game come to you rather than you go to the game. Yeah. But, you know what? It's going to be fun. Love my football. Thursday night. Let's wrap that one up. Let's wrap up Thursday night football. What can I say about that? Bengals should have won. Yeah, should have won. The call at the end of the game on that 2-point conversion, refs, you fucked up. Just as you did with other parts throughout the game, you fucked up. And, come on, just let the goddamn guys play the game a little bit. Are you being tagged by the NFL in your ear as you're hearing from LA or New York, hey, you should throw the flag on this one. We need to get, either team, not just Cincinnati, but Baltimore too. It's it was just enough to, hey, screw you, defense. There was some shit that should not have been called last night. They need to get that crap figured out. Like, otherwise, you know what? Maybe it does go to conspiracy. And they are literally, prompting and playing the game to the point that the NFL is trying to control it. And I don't want that to be any stretch of the truth. Because if it ever is, there's going to be some bad backlash. But the game itself is so unpredictable. It's almost like it creates this aura of it, though. It creates this fake fantasy of people believing that football is predetermined. Now, could you, in a sense? Yeah, of course you fucking could. Does it mean that you're gonna because of the repercussions you're gonna suffer? Hell no. Don't be stupid like that. This game has been around for hundreds of years. Century mark for some teams. Bears, Packers, right? Like, come on, NFL. Get together with them damn zebras. Pull their head out of their ass and have them call a goddamn game down the middle once in a while. Screw it. Don't even make a call on some of this shit. If it gets a little nasty, let them boys figure it out. They're a pack of wild dogs. Just let them figure it out. You start to throw a punch, you eject the son of a bitch. You already do it anyway. Did it to Trent Williams a few weeks ago. Goddamn guy was only protecting. And not putting up with that little scrawny, defensive back? I don't even remember who the hell I was against. But literally, this tall, 6 foot freaking 8, 320 pound solid muscle man who's been stopping for 15 plus years smashes this guy in the back of the head with his hand. You thought he was going to probably break his hand? No, the man's hand was probably just fine. It's taped so goddamn good, he's knocking you up the head with a helmet, and you're going to feel it for the next week. Just start being fair, man. That's all I ask. It's all any of us football fans ask. Just call it fair. And when you see the shit as it is, I'm not saying you got to go with what the crowd says, but it's one thing when you can hear a pin drop because they know that they're wrong. And then there's a difference of knowing when you have such a howl, they can hear you on Mars from that football stadium. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is this has been the BearDown Corner with your host, Sergeant Cornholio. I think we're probably going to leave it at that point. This has been episode 2. I've had fun. Make a little shorter this week. Make more of a game plan, but going forward, we're going to be trying to drop this usually after the Thursday night game, somewhere in that general area before the weekend, get everyone prepped, ready. More player details, more stats. I'll be better prepared for all that next week instead of this, just checking on my fantasy stuff. This is all true and uncut stuff, man. This is unedited stuff. We're here to have a good time. We're working on it every day, every week. So come back, tune in, bring your popcorn, have a laugh. If you have questions, anything like that, reach out. I'm going to be connecting the socials and my other platforms throughout on Spotify and wherever else I can be uploading this. YouTube as well. That should have most of everything. So check everything out. Come by, stop in, have fun on anything. Anything. Like, we might run a cast somewhere in the future where, we're bringing on the guests and whoever else, right? Doing this live in some respect if we can, but yeah, this has been a fun time, fantastic time, coming up on 30 minutes. We'll probably end up cutting it off around there. So, enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Take care. And we will catch you the next time. Thank you for joining. This has been the BearDown